A moment that changes everything. Imagine a moment, an exact second when you decide to let go of all the emotional weight you've been carrying for so long. I'm not talking about forgetting or ignoring what has happened to you, but about taking control over the memories and emotions that seem to rule your days. This act, though it may seem small or insignificant, can radically transform your life. In this video, I want to invite you to reflect on how killing the past every second can become the key to achieving complete happiness. It's an idea that may sound radical at first, but as you delve into its meaning, you'll discover that it holds the power to free you from suffering and bring you closer to inner peace. Have you ever felt trapped by something that happened years ago or even by a recent mistake? Do you feel the weight of the past still affects you even today? Stay until the end of this video to uncover the mystery behind this powerful metaphor. Also, don't forget to check out the pinned comment, where you'll find a selection of carefully chosen books to deepen your understanding. Click the link and begin to build a new relationship with your past, your present, and your future. Why does the past hold so much power over us? The past is like a mirage. It seems real, but it isn't. We can't touch it, change it, or redo it, yet we allow it to dictate our emotions and decisions. We cling to it out of fear. Fear of repeating mistakes, fear of facing our vulnerabilities, fear of letting go of what we believe defines us. But how true is it that we are what we were? The past has a cunning way of infiltrating our present. It might show up as a memory out of nowhere, an old regret that still haunts us, or even a conversation we wish we'd handled differently. The more we think about it, the more we feed it, giving it the strength to control our current lives. Have you ever felt like you live more in your memories than in your present reality? So, you're not alone. It's a common phenomenon, but also a trap. Today, we'll explore how to break free from it. The true nature of killing the past. When we say kill the past, we're not talking about forgetting it or pretending it never happened. It's about letting go of the power it holds over us, deactivating it as the force that determines who we are and how we act. The past can be a valuable teacher, but it should never become a dictator. It's a source of lessons, not a prison we can't escape. Think of it this way. Every time you let a painful memory or past mistake influence your present day, you're giving it power. That memory doesn't have a life of its own. We give it life by reliving it over and over again. So, killing the past means stopping this cycle, allowing the memory to exist without controlling us, and finding the strength to fully live in the present. It's a process that requires awareness and courage, but the rewards are immense. Can you imagine what it would be like to wake up each morning without feeling trapped by what happened yesterday, last month, or years ago? That freedom is within your reach, and this video is the first step toward achieving it. What keeps us from letting go of the past? The short answer: ourselves. As hard as it is to admit, we often hold on to the past because it feels familiar. Even pain can feel comfortable if we know it well. It's like an old blanket that no longer warms us, but we continue to carry because we're used to its weight. The past gives us an identity. Sometimes we say things like, "I'm this way because this happened to me," or "I'll never be different because that defined me." These statements not only limit us but also chain us to experiences that no longer have real power, except the power we give them. Then there's the fear of emptiness. If we let go of the past, what's left? Who are we without those memories or stories? But here's the truth. Letting go of the past doesn't mean erasing who you are. It means making space to become who you truly want to be. A lesson from nature. Letting go to flourish. Look at the trees in autumn. Their leaves fall, not because they're dying, but because they're preparing for a new cycle of growth. If a tree clung to its old leaves, there wouldn't be room for the new ones that come in spring. We're like those trees. Sometimes we cling to the old because we think it defines us, but in reality, it only limits us. If we want to grow, we must learn to let go. And it's not a one-time act. Just as a tree goes through seasons every year, we must learn to release the past constantly, moment by moment. Killing the past every second is a reminder that we are always in a process of change and renewal. Every second is an opportunity to let go of what no longer serves us and open ourselves to what's to come. The power of the present. One of the most powerful ideas we can grasp is that the past and the future exist only in our minds. The only real moment is now. It is here, in this second, where we can make decisions, change our perspective, and choose happiness. When we live trapped in the past, we miss the present. We don't see the opportunities in front of us because we're too busy looking back. But when we learn to focus on the now, we discover that life is richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Ask yourself, what can you do right now to feel freer? Perhaps it's as simple as taking a deep breath and remembering that you are not your memories. You are the person you're choosing to be now. Stories that inspire us to let go. There are countless stories of people who transformed their lives by letting go of the past. From those who overcame deep traumas to those who decided to forgive themselves for past mistakes, these individuals didn't just kill their past. They also found a new purpose in doing so. One of the most inspiring stories is of a man who, after losing everything, decided to reinvent himself from scratch. Instead of clinging to what he had lost, he focused on what he could build. Today, he's not only happier but also a source of inspiration for others. These stories remind us that the past doesn't have to define us. We can choose to let it go and move forward toward something better, no matter how difficult it may seem at first. Practices to kill the past. If you're ready to start this process, here are some practices that can help. Mindful meditation. Dedicate a few minutes each day to focus on your breathing and the present moment. Journaling your thoughts. Sometimes putting your feelings on paper can help you process and release them. Talking to someone you trust. Sharing what's weighing on you can be a first step toward healing. Remember, this isn't about an instant transformation. It's a journey taken step by step, second by second. But every small advance is a major achievement on your path to emotional freedom. Killing the past doesn't mean ignoring it. It's important to clarify that letting go of the past doesn't mean pretending it never happened. We're not here to deny our experiences or minimize their impact. On the contrary, letting go begins with acknowledging what happened, accepting what we cannot change, and learning from it. Imagine the past as a book in your personal library. You can open it, read it, learn from its pages, and then put it back on the shelf. You don't need to carry it with you everywhere or let its words become the only story that defines your life. It's just one chapter, not the whole book. Every time we choose to look forward instead of reliving what's already happened, we're reclaiming our power. We're saying, I acknowledge what was, but I choose to build something new from here. Forgiveness as a tool for letting go. One of the most challenging aspects of leaving the past behind is facing forgiveness, both toward others and ourselves. Holding on to resentment is like carrying a backpack full of stones. Every time we carry it with us, it becomes heavier, making it harder to move forward. Forgiveness doesn't mean justifying what someone did or minimizing the harm caused. It means freeing yourself from the power that pain has over you. When you choose to forgive, you're not doing it for the other person but for yourself. It's a gift of freedom that you allow yourself to receive. The same goes for self-forgiveness. We all make mistakes, it's part of being human. But you can't move forward if you hold on to guilt or regret. Learn from your failures, make peace with yourself, and continue onward. Killing the past in daily practice. How can we apply this idea in our daily lives? Start by paying attention to your thoughts. Each time you find yourself caught up in a painful memory, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping me move forward or holding me back? You can develop small rituals for letting go. For instance, writing down what weighs on you and then destroying the paper as a symbol of release. You can also repeat positive affirmations like, "I am at peace with my past and choose to live fully in the present." Remember, this process isn't linear. There will be days when you feel freer and others when the past tries to reclaim its space. But over time, you'll realize that you have control. The connection between letting go and happiness. Happiness doesn't come from the absence of problems, but from our ability to deal with them healthily. When we let go of the past, we create space to enjoy the present. We allow ourselves to experience joy, gratitude, and love without the chains of what's already happened. Each time you choose to let go of a negative thought about the past, you're creating space for something positive in your life. You're saying, "I deserve to be happy now, no matter what happened before." Stories of transformation. People who have learned to let go of the past often share inspiring stories of change. From those who overcame toxic relationships to those who left behind traumatic experiences, all these stories have something in common: the desire to live a fuller, more authentic life. When we hear these stories, we realize that change is possible. No matter how deep the pain or how entrenched the memories, there's always a way forward. What are you willing to let go of today? The power of killing the past every second lies in our ability to choose. Every day, every moment is a new opportunity to start fresh. The question isn't whether you can let go of the past, but whether you're willing to do so. Take a moment now to reflect. What weighs on you the most? What's holding you back? And most importantly, what could you gain by letting it go? Life is too short to live trapped by what's already happened. You have the power to free yourself and build something new, something beautiful. It all starts with one decision: to let go. If this video has inspired you, leave a comment. What does letting go of the past mean to you? What changes are you willing to make starting today? Share this message with someone you think needs to hear it, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Also, don't miss our next video, where we'll explore how to cultivate inner peace in a world full of distractions. See you soon.